Radhika, blessed with two sons, Manish and Makran, as a result of marrying this young electronic engineer and an MBA graduate. Being an MBA graduate, he learned how to convert black to white and white to black, and hence started real estate consultancy in the year 1999. As a real estate consultant, he sold schools like St. Andrews, Wilmore and many more, for which I personally feel bad about. If I would have known him from before, I would have sold my school as well. His interest is to touch deep ends of India, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Kutch to Arunachal Pradesh on self-drive. Let's hear more about Nitin Bichala.
Good morning all. My name is Nitin. I represent a company called Brook Realtors. How many people are here who are aged 25? Below 25? I know Madhababu is also below 25 and Mandita is also below 25. You were not born when I started the business. So, I came into this business by accident, but I love the business because it's okay. Switch up. So, I came into this business by accident because technically I wanted to go to the US and get into some coding stuff in the US, but parents said, you are the only child, stay back. So, got into MBA. Then accidentally I met some developer who saw me. I was actually a failure in 10th, average student in engineering, but a topper in MBA. So he thought I'd do some top things for his construction company, so he hired me. That was by accident. I came into real estate in 1998. That's when I realized how much cheating happens in construction business, how much cheating happens in developers' places, how much false promises are given by developers. That's when I said I can't be telling lies. I wanted to be conscious what I do. So that's when I got into real estate consulting for an international company. And then in 2003 is when I started my own company, which is called Brook Realtors. There's nothing phenomenal. I used to work in a company called Brook International and New York Stock Exchange listed company in Hyderabad. So they left India. So I didn't know what to do because 4 years people only knew me. Arey tu Brook ka banda hai bol. So I said, okay, let me just for significance, I removed an E in that Brook and made it Brook Realtors and started off. So that's a simple journey about mine. And what do we do? First of all, a lot of people have questions about what is real estate. Real estate consists of agricultural land, then plots. In plots again you have that, houses, then gated communities, which is villas and apartments, then commercial, office and retail. Just a small stop at commercial. Commercial, everybody thinks commercial is safe, but from a real estate angle, retail is a different ballgame and commercial offices is a different ballgame. Then your IT parks and SEC parks, then warehousing and industry. This is all about real estate. Unfortunately, when people read newspaper, they think real estate गिर गया, real estate नहीं उड़ रहा, real estate भाग रहा. So what is it? So please don't generalize all these parameters into one category of real estate, because everything has its own micro, macro effects and economic background. Today while we speak, when people ask me, how is it doing? IT offices and retail within the city is doing extremely good. There has been a 50% jump in prices in both these products. Gated community, villas and apartments within the city limits. Again, within the city limits. Want more about what is within the city limits? Please talk to me in person. Within the city limits are doing good. So we have to identify where what. So generalized statement comes in real estate. So These are the different product lines of any real estate. I'll just briefly touch upon who we are, why real estate, process and our works. So who we are, I've already done. So these are the things which we have done in the past 25 years. We've done leasing, selling. Just to give you probably a little rough estimate, around 10 million square foot is what we have either leased or sold in the last 25 years, maybe a little more also. We help builders, individual investors and clients, and then advisors for a couple of developers. Only when we say advisors, we only talk to them on first stage. This is the land, what is the best? There ends our story, because from there most of the builders try to do themselves directly. So why real estate? People buy for appreciation, future generations. You must be, all of you who are here must have heard their grandparents bought a land at 100 rupees or 1000 rupees or a lakh of rupees, and today they are all in crores. Forget parents, grandparents. You might have heard my uncle bought, today his property is worth so many 100 crores. So people buy it for, one is appreciation, and certain people buy it for future generations, and sometimes taxation. You bought it and sold something. There's a capital gains. I have to invest immediately. So there are people who buy capital gains के लिए, they buy residential apartments or villas. So rental leading, बहुत हो गया, भाई lands, means सब कुछ हो गया. I want rental lead monthly मेरे को लाख दो, whatever is the fund, they want a rental lead. These are the different reasons people buy. And hedging is another, mostly investment. You buy at the early stage, exit at a later stage. Hedging is a very tricky subject. You need to be very cautious when you're doing hedging, with whom, what kind of product and what kind of markets you're doing. Then for own consumption or own use, there are ample people in the room who have taken our services for their own use and own consumption. So that's about why real estate. So generally, real estate, everybody thinks the easiest is, I can see boards, I can talk, I can. So honestly, that service, end of the day, either most of these cases, what we see is they don't have a proper documentation or a proper negotiations when they do it individually. 1 minute? Yeah. So where our service is where it differentiates from a regular consultancy. Okay, quickly, I am a real estate consultant, I am an agent, broker, that's it. I am not somebody who is selling their property. I am advising a property buyer. So where our service is, when we are talking about any leases or sale, there are enough points to be addressed day one before you shake hand. Lots of times what people individually do is, they shake hand first and then start talking about the process. That's where the problems come. Where we come in picture is, we try to address all the points before we start. So that's the process. Identify requirement, look at the properties, shortlist, conduct, and that's where negotiations and conclusion is an important thing. As we say, we have done it all, we have done many things, but if you have not consulted us or we have not done any consulting to you, that means we are still to do lot more work. That's it, that's the last slide. Think of buying a house, thinking of investing in real estate, residential, have land, looking for advice on what to do, have any doubts on legalities or processes, want to have a good future written, just to have coffee, please do touch base with me for one-to-one. That's it. Thank you for listening to me.